Do you know someone who can't fall asleep without praying? Or maybe that person is you. Someone who only lies down after closing their eyes and speaking to God. Someone who feels their body soften after the final words of a prayer. Someone who tries to sleep without praying, but realizes the mind simply won't rest. And this is not an empty habit. It's not superstition, and it's certainly not weakness. Most of the time, it is a quiet and deeply psychological response to what happens when the lights go off and the world becomes still. Night is the moment when the mind is no longer distracted. During the day, noise, tasks, and conversations keep thoughts organized by force. At night, when everything slows down, whatever was pushed aside comes forward. Worries, guilt, fear, memories, unanswered questions. For some people, this silence is peaceful. For others, it is heavy. It's when the heart speaks louder than routine. This is where prayer appears, not as religious obligation, but as emotional necessity. Praying before sleep is, psychologically, a safety ritual. It's the moment when the person organizes inner chaos, releases what they cannot control, and emotionally closes the day. Psychology understands nighttime rituals as anchors for the nervous system. They signal to the brain that the day is over, that it's safe to shut down, that nothing else needs to be solved right now. For those who pray, prayer fulfills this role perfectly. It gives structure to what feels scattered and brings order to what feels overwhelming. Many people who can't sleep without praying are deeply sensitive. They feel intensely. They think constantly. They absorb emotional energy easily. During the day, they hold everything together. At night, the body asks for release. Prayer becomes the moment when they no longer have to be strong. You may have noticed this in yourself. When you try to sleep without praying, thoughts accelerate. The chest feels tight. Rest doesn't come. But when you pray, something shifts. Breathing slows. Muscles relax. The body understands that it is no longer alone. This happens because prayer creates a sense of presence. Even alone in a dark room, the person doesn't feel abandoned. Psychologically, this reduces threat perception. The human brain struggles to sleep when it feels responsible for staying alert. Prayer tells the brain, someone else is holding this now. Many of these people learned early to trust God more than circumstances. They've lived through moments where there was no control, no clarity, and no guarantees. Prayer became a place of emotional safety, a space where fear didn't have the final word. Night also amplifies anxiety. Questions surface without warning. What if something happens? What if I lose control? What if tomorrow goes wrong? Prayer interrupts this loop. It doesn't erase problems, but it shifts focus. It removes the burden from one pair of shoulders and places it somewhere greater. Praying before sleep is rarely about asking for everything to work out. Most of the time, it's about asking for rest, about saying, I did what I could today. It's an acknowledgement of limits, and that acknowledgement is a sign of emotional maturity. Psychology shows that people who know how to surrender control sleep better, and prayer is one of the oldest forms of surrender. It doesn't demand immediate answers. It doesn't rush solutions. It simply allows the body to power down. Many people feel guilty about needing prayer to sleep. They've been told they should be stronger, more rational, less dependent. But the night doesn't respond to logic. It responds to safety. Praying before sleep is not fear of sleeping. It is fear of sleeping with everything still spinning inside the mind. Recognizing this changes how you see yourself, not as fragile, but as aware.
There is something most people overlook. Those who can't sleep without praying are often deeply aware of human fragility. They know they don't control everything. They know tomorrow is uncertain. They know life can shift without warning. And instead of pretending otherwise, they choose surrender. This is not weakness. It is awareness. Psychology shows that the constant attempt to control outcomes creates chronic anxiety. The more someone tries to predict, manage, and carry everything alone, the more the nervous system remains activated. Prayer does the opposite. It accepts human limitation. Many of these individuals don't pray only for protection. They pray to quiet the mind, to slow repetitive thoughts, to release guilt, to ask forgiveness, to express gratitude for surviving another day. Prayer becomes an organized inner dialogue, a closing ritual for the psyche. Nighttime anxiety doesn't appear randomly. It comes from long days, accumulated responsibility, unexpressed emotion. At night, the body asks for what was ignored. Praying before sleep is a way of tending to that before it turns into insomnia or emotional exhaustion. There is also a profound spiritual element. For those who believe, prayer is not just speaking, it is listening, it is silence, it is presence. That silence is deeply therapeutic. It slows the nervous system, reduces emotional arousal, and prepares the body for rest. You may have noticed that after praying, you don't even need to finish the prayer before sleep arrives. The body recognizes the signal. It's as if it says, "Now it's safe." This happens because prayer creates emotional predictability. The same ritual, the same words, the same intention. The brain craves predictability. It reduces fear. It reduces vigilance. It creates calm. Many people who pray before sleep are strong during the day. They carry responsibilities, they support others, they solve problems. At night, they need a space where they don't have to be strong. Prayer is that space. And this explains why sleep doesn't come without it. It's not punishment, it's the body asking for care. Some people cry while praying at night. This is not a failure of faith, it's emotional release. Nighttime removes distractions. Prayer opens the door for emotions to leave gently instead of erupting later. This habit does not make someone dependent, it makes them conscious. Conscious that rest is not laziness. Conscious that surrender is not defeat. Conscious that peace must be chosen. If you've listened this far, it's because this reflects something real in you. Perhaps you never knew how to explain why prayer was necessary before sleep. Now you do. It's not fear. It's emotional regulation. It's care. It's trust. If you also pray before sleeping, write in the comments, "I pray before sleep," or simply, "Amen." Naming it can already bring peace. And if content like this calms your mind and respects your inner world, consider subscribing. This space isn't meant to rush you. It's meant to help you rest.